This isn't Good Morning, IWC. It's a brand new day. Good evening, IWC is about to start.
Good evening, IWC. Here we back again. Another night, another headline breaking in. Who's talking loud? Who just crossed the line? We break it down live, every rumor, every side. Good evening, IWC. Let's run it. Hot takes headline. Here we run it. Turn the volume up, let the whole world see. Real talk wrestling straight from the IWC. Lights low, check low, yeah, the crowd tuned in. From the indie grind all the way to the main event. Predictions, reactions, yeah, we don't astray. If you disagree, jump in, let's debate. Good IWC, let's run it. Hot takes headline, here we run it. Turn the volume up, let the whole world see. Real talk wrestling straight from the IWC.
All right, welcome into the first ever Good Evening IWC. We got Stampede over here, sorry, and Big Mike taking over for Mob Miz. Mob, hope your mom is, one of your moms is doing all right. Keep me included, let me know what's up. But we're gonna keep doing our thing. How you guys doing over here? Stampede, how you doing today in Canada? Is it snowing still?
Not so and still. That nonsense has all gone away. Revolution Day, I'll pump for that. And it takes two of us to replace the greatness of North.
Oh yeah,
Like,
he definitely said
know.
that. He said that the point taken winner should definitely be on this episode. That's how important this episode is. But I also said, hey, thank you for the follow. I also said we should have the legend Big Mike come on in from the Run In Wrestling Podcast, the voice of the Run In. How you doing down there, brother?
I'm doing good. My voice isn't all that great today. I'm all stopped up and sick. So, yeah, but here to have a good time. And happy Revolution Day. Exactly.
It is. It's going to be a great day, and this is going to be a great show, folks. So let me get my handy-dandy thing going. And we're going to start off with 10 minutes on the clock. You guys see it now. It's right beside my head over here. MJF says that the cancer is gone. There's no more bullshit. There's no more cancers. There's no more assholes that they think they're too cool for school. There's no more that they think they could be elsewhere. All right? Everybody in this promotion wants to be in this promotion. And if you don't, you got weeded out. You get weeded out pretty damn fast because we'll beat the shit out of you and send you packing. Stampede, you've been saying this for a long time now, that AEW is getting rid of the negative, the toxic. I'm going to use Kit Wilson's little thing here. The toxic is getting erased out of AEW. What do you think about all this?
I don't know if it's toxic is the right word. I think maybe sense of entitlement might be a little bit better. I worked here and I did this, so I'm entitled to this here. It's like, no, you're not. Right? You got to earn your stripes in whatever promotion you go to. Right? Same as anywhere. You go to New Japan, Stardom, AEW, WWE. You come in fresh, and what I see now, I think he's bang on with this, because I see a lot of people that, week in, week out, that show that they want to be there and they want to fight to get to the top.
No, I agree with that. And there's more that's going to be coming with this later. We'll talk about it later. But Big Mike, what do you think about all the BS is gone? There's no more cancers. I know one of those was a shot at CM Punk, the assholes part, that they're too cool for school. All right? And he's right. AEW has gone up since they got rid of the cancers, since they weeded out the bad, and brought in who they like. So what do you think he's saying here?
I mean, I think it's just MJF being MJF. He has said in multiple interviews that he hates CM Punk, that he's called him an asshole publicly. I mean, so yeah, I would 100% think that is a shot at him. I mean, I kind of agree with Stampede. You can definitely tell the people that are there want to be there, and that's the important thing. If you want to go to another promotion, then that's fine. Kick rocks. We don't need you. We got plenty of people. We've got people who want to be here, and that we're just waiting to have room. So yeah, 100%. I definitely think it's a shot at CM Punk, if not a few others. Maybe some of CM Punk's friends, maybe a Saint or somebody with some ego about him. I don't know.
Well, see, I seen a bunch of posts today on X. They were comparing people who left AEW that were well underutilized, blah blah blah, and I saw Sol Ruka was one of them. All right, first of all, I didn't know she was part of AEW or Ring of Honor at any point of her career. All right, and
because I don't think she was.
That's what I'm saying.
She was recruited straight from Oregon.
But
right after she graduated Oregon, she was recruited straight to WWE.
And that's what I'm saying, though. There's a lot of bullshit. And this came from one of those fan accounts. Like the Dirty Dom dudes or, the Liv Morgan-esque people, those accounts. It came from one of them, right?
So Sol Ruka has never wrestled for
That's what I thought.
Or Ring of Honor.
That's what I thought, and that's why I wanted to bring this up, because there's people out there that have been asking me, yo, do you really think that's true? I'm like, nah, man, this is not true. So, yes, this is why I got Stampede, and this is why I got Big Mike on here, because I know Mob, he'd be like, that's one of the dumbest damn things anyone can say. It's like they don't even watch it. It's like buying those dislikes on YouTube, for the Cody Rhodes
She was literally on Stephanie McMahon's podcast this week. Talking about how she got recruited right after she graduated college.
And this was
She'd never
3
wrestled
hours
before.
ago.
She had never done any of it. So yeah, I mean it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
somebody's just trying to buy some clicks.
That's what it was. 3 hours ago.
June 2022. The only other places she's ever wrestled is TNA and AAA, and they're WWE adjacent promotion.
That
they are. But I mean, all right, look, speaking of AAA, we had a great match last night.
I actually don't remember her in AAA, to be honest.
She had one match in AAA. I thought it was a mixed match.
Yes, she had one match in 2025.
See? This is why he's the encyclopedia. Because he'd be sitting there like, yeah, I got this. Done. What's up?
It was a co-promoted event. It was NXT, TNA.
Oh, okay.
Worlds
yeah. Worlds Collide. That's okay. That's fair.
Worlds Collide, #1. But yeah, no, man. All right, let me ask you guys this. Do you agree with him, though? That the product is getting better? That it has gotten better? That it's... we're going to be talking about it here soon. Again, the gap is closing. I'm going to use that as a foreshadowing. Is the gap truly closing?
This is the most cohesive that I've ever seen it run.
Yeah.
As far as, when you combine all the elements of what a wrestling promotion is, which is your in-ring, your storytelling, your characters, and your promos. The way they've been able to blend all of that together, in a 2-hour block on Dynamite 2+, and your 2 hours on Collision, and their pay-per-views don't miss. They're really hitting on all the points that they need to be hitting on. And they're doing it at a high level. So, yeah.
So, okay, and now you just brought in the War Dogs, all right? You got the War Dogs, you got Switchblade coming back, you got, is it Colton? Colt's hurt, right? Colton Gunn? Or is it Austin? It's a taller one. I think that's Colton.
Oh, no.
Or Colt. Whatever. He's coming back here soon, so the Bang Bang Gang's coming back. You got fucking...
Colton's injured. Austin fought last night on Collision.
Yeah, well, you got the story that's about to happen, and I think we're going to talk about it more here in a little bit because we got 3 minutes. But with all these injured guys, Bobby Lashley, Colton, Switchblade, Jay White, Ibushi probably will never come back. But you got a lot of guys that are injured, but they're coming back. And the tag division is going to get a hell of a lot better. All right, and the stories are going to be there because there's unfinished business, and you know this as well as I do, between Jay White and David Finlay, right? So I feel like things are getting...
Big unfinished business.
Oh, there's a lot of unfinished...
Finlay clocked him with the shillelagh.
Oh, yeah. He took over the Bullet Club from him.
Yeah, he took it from him.
Eh? See, I went back and looked up my history on that. I was like, oh, damn. Damn!
So we can finally get that feud, and it circumvents the Jay White can't appear on a New Japan Pro Wrestling program because of his match with Eddie.
Yeah.
That he lost, right? So David Finlay signing and Clark and Gabe goes around that because they can now do it under an AEW banner.
Yes, and that's true. I mean, I'm looking at you down there. When Bobby Lashley comes back, Big Mike, right? It changes the heavyweight division game because when he comes back, now Swerve might get pushed back a little bit because Bobby's owed some dues due to his contract. So we're going to try to get that out of the way. You know, you don't know what's in there. You don't know if it's a heavyweight championship or if it's a TNT title, you know? So what do you think is going to happen? Is the tides turning for AEW?
Oh, 100%. I mean, even without, the injured people that you were talking about coming back, 2025, you ask the majority of wrestling fans that like all wrestling, not just WWE fans, and they will tell you 100% AEW was better.
Oh, yeah.
Myself included. The wrestling in AEW was a lot better than head and shoulders way above WWE. There's not even a debate. So you get all these people back, and I don't think Bobby Lashley, you could talk about your heavyweight division. Hell, you can spice up your tag team division even more with him and Shelton Benjamin with the Hurt Business.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's a ton of stuff that are coming back. You mentioned everybody else that you and Stampede talked about. But, I mean, it's just 2026 is going to be even better than 2025, and we already know how good 2025 was.
2025 was amazing. And then Will Ospreay's on his way back, too.
Oh, yeah? We didn't even mention him.
Like you think of the people that are not there at the moment, like Ospreay's not back yet.
Yep.
Mercedes is not back yet.
Not yet.
She's wrestling.
Yeah, I was just thinking about her too. She hadn't wrestled in forever.
Well, no, she just did. She lost her. She lost another belt.
Yeah, she lost another one. Yeah. So she's on that, and she's fighting Jody Thread up in Winnipeg.
Yep.
So she'll likely drop that one.
Yep. But that's the Maple Leaf one, right? Maple Leaf Wrestling.
No, this is Winnipeg Pro Wrestling.
Okay, word.
Different promotion.
Word. Yeah, no.
Maple Leaf Pro is the one that Scott D'Amore owns.
That's okay. Yeah. So there's our bill. You guys are probably not used to hearing that. I don't blame you because I love that damn thing. And listen, this one right here is mainly for Big Mike. We're gonna put 5 minutes on the clock. Oba may challenge Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42. And let me ask you this. With the reports going around that Brock Lesnar doesn't want to lose a match until he retires, does this put Oba in jeopardy to be squashed at WrestleMania?
Knowing WWE, it does, but it shouldn't. If that's true, and Brock Lesnar has said that he doesn't want to lose until he retires, there is a 0 chance Obafemi should be in the ring with him.
That's what I said.
Especially if you're going to squash him.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to have a good 10, 15-minute match with Brock Lesnar doesn't do a lot of, then okay, that's fine. Go in there and let him clash with him. Let him show that he can hang, and if he just comes up short, he still gets a lot of respect, and that's fine. But if you're going to go in and squash him in 2 minutes, you're going to kill every bit of momentum that he has built up over the past couple years and over the past month or two just being on the main roster.
Exactly.
Everything he just did with Rusev last week, you throw that out the window. So now you've not only thrown him out the window, but you've thrown Rusev out the window. I know that technically didn't hurt Rusev there, but if he gets squashed by Brock, it hurts everybody.
Yeah, but that was such a great match, though. That was a good match. Like,
I loved it.
You pick up a 300-pound man, a 250-plus pound man, like he's just like a baby, and chuck him across the ring. You know, like I'm imagining if he ever picked me up, I weigh 130 on a good day. All right, he picked me. I'll be in the third row from the one.
Third row, hell, you'd be in the parking lot.
Probably, like, that motherfucker would throw me so far. Yeah, like, shot put, God! Yeah, like, Stampede, what do you think?
Well, I mean, on the Rusev thing, it didn't really hurt him because he has no credibility to hurt.
That's true.
Because of how they booked him since he got back. Like he's a complete afterthought. Right?
That's true.
But as far and this whole Brock don't want to lose, I put zero faith in that whatsoever. Because Brock has had no problem doing jobs for people before. Like, I have no use for the man, but he'll do jobs when it's needed. He's likely on his last official run. I'll put it that way. But nobody else makes sense in this spot. Like I've heard LA Knight.
LA Knight don't make sense
what,
for
what
anything.
What is Knight going to gain from this match?
Nothing. LA Knight makes sense for nothing. Okay, except catering. That's what he makes sense for.
I said it
in the ring, and you don't do a squash. Like let them go out and give Oba that showcase.
Yes.
Going toe to toe with this guy.
Yes.
Right? Brock got a big name there. Like he's well thought of as far as a wrestler goes.
Yes, but I agree with you on that because think about it in this perspective. Who's the next beast that you could think of? Oba.
Yeah.
Oba.
They're setting him up to be.
He's the next one, the ruler. All right, you had a beast, you had a dead man rule for a while. Okay, you had the beast rule for a while. Now you got the ruler ruling for a while, and that's what needs to happen. If this actually goes down, Oba should be the one going over, not Brock. You know, and it should be one of those that they get a standing O at the end, and everyone's like, yo, Brock may be who he is. You know, he did what he did. You know, and that's allegations. You know, sped rock here. It's just allegations. We're hearsay. Okay, we're not blaming the man.
Allegedly, reportedly.
Yes, until he proven guilty in the court of law. Spedrock does not say anything bad about that because I don't need him fighting me. All right, he will fight people. I'm good. All right, that man, he would throw me into goddamn Mars. We don't even need Elon Musk. I'll be already there. All right. But the thing is like, here's the deal though. You said LA Knight doesn't even need to be near. He could sniff the Andre the Giant Battle Royale on SmackDown the night before WrestleMania Night 1, all right?
Your hatred of LA Knight really needs to be studied.
No, it doesn't. It just keeps growing.
How did this man hurt you?
He just keeps doing the same gimmick.
Knight, like where would it elevate him to?
Nothing.
He's been on the same treadmill now
for
since
20
Paul
years.
Said good things come to those who wait. Well, there's a lot of people still waiting.
Yeah, look at Los Garza. Los Garza is one of my favorite tag teams in the WWE, and they seem like they get mistreated every time they go out there.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around what they did in that tag team.
Oh, yeah, that right there. That's another example. Look, if you're going to do anything for anyone's career, it needs to be Obafemi because when he comes out, people are glued to the damn TV. That's an Alabama boy right there, and he's high-tiding the shit out of it. There's the bell. Yeah, high-tide. Oh, my God. Hey, I don't want to show the video, but we all saw it. Nino Hamburgues elbowing the shit out of a fan and then getting fired, let go from AAA and WWE. And AAA, matter of fact, is telling their peoples, like Iguana and Mr. Iguana, La Barca, and a few others, that they cannot wrestle on the shows that he's wrestling on as well, right? Talent was told about this, and we're going to put 3 minutes on the clock because this one's going to be short, sweet, to the point. And plus, I've been talking for a minute. Talent was told on 3-6 not to touch a fan, all right? If this was the old regime of AAA, this would have been swept under the rug. Oh, this is what just happens in AAA. But this is WWE and TKO now. Big Mike, what do you think about this? Is this a rightful firing, or do they need to run it back a little bit and let them do what they do?
No, I mean, if you were told beforehand that that's the rule, you don't touch fans, and you go out there and do it, then those are the consequences. If they said before, if this happens, you will automatically be fired, then, and he's the first one to do it, especially the first one, you've got to set that example. Otherwise, it's just going to keep continuing.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no, I agree with that. What about you, Stampede?
you're gonna, any wrestling show, there's the potential for incidental contact with the
This
fans.
was incidental.
No, no, I know it wasn't, but like I've seen wrestlers go into stands,
Yeah, yeah,
flop stuff,
CZW,
right?
yeah, all
Yeah, like I've
day.
seen Dragon Lee do it, like
Yeah.
third row, right?
Oh
This was
yeah.
different, like he pretty thin skinned because the fan laughed at him because he slipped, whatever. Throw a set maybe,
Yep.
and just continue on doing your job. But this was a very easy sacrificial lamb on
Yep.
WWE and TKO's part. Like they're not going to lose anything by not having this guy on the roster. So it'll be interesting to see if it ever happens again with someone where it would matter if they were not on the roster.
Well, like, and my thing is we've seen Warner Brothers with other people's past, Trey Miguel being one of them, recently. They shut down being signed to AEW. Paramount has the same damn rules. Paramount does have the same kind of rules as what Warner Brothers had. So, say Nino's like, hey, I want to come over to CMLL, right? Well, because Paramount owns 10% of AEW, or it was up to 10%, I believe it was, read. You think that would hinder him being able to go over to AEW or CMLL?
Well, I don't see those two things as being an option anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Like even if this didn't happen,
Yeah.
but just due to talent wise, I don't think he fits in either place. But you got to be careful now. Like it's a very touchy world.
Well, everybody's got a camera. Everyone's got a camera, man.
People see and hear everything, and people overreact to everything.
Big Mike, we got 15 seconds. Finish this up. What do you think?
Oh yeah, there's no way he's going anywhere else. Again, I'm with you guys. He didn't have the talent to get paid and go somewhere else either. They were probably just having him on AAA because he was already on the books and kind of letting the contract go. But after this, there's no chance.
You can keep going. You're good. You're good. The bell goes off.
You're good. I mean, there's no chance that was a good place to cut it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. There's no chance he's gonna go anywhere. But hey, listen, I like this one, and this one's gonna give us 7 minutes on the clock because this one right here said John Moxley. This goes back to the cancer part where he was saying, "Listen, if you want to chase money, don't come here." Right? We don't want to waste that type of second. We don't waste any time, right? And MJF kind of went on to the same thing. Why would I want to go to WrestleMania? Why would I want to settle for less compensation so I get a WrestleMania moment? So now has AEW become the new home for wrestlers to go to? We saw in New Japan that Yoda Ice and Oscar immediately after Wrestle Kingdom 20 turned down an offer to WWE. Immediately turned down the offer. So is AEW becoming the new standard of, hey, maybe we should go over here because we can go do X, Y, and Z where we want? Big Mike, I'm going to start with you on this one.
If you want to be a true professional wrestler, then yes. Because this is the number one company. This is the number one example in the U.S. at least, because I'm not as familiar with New Japan and all that, for true professional wrestling. And WWE doesn't shy away from that. They call themselves sports entertainers. Yeah. That's what they do. It is a completely different thing. But if you want the hard hitting, what a professional wrestler has been since we were kids and what we're used to seeing back then yeah, you need to go to AEW
or New Japan on that sense. Yeah, those guys hit hard, man. Seeing that stuff live was dope. It really was. You got to see old school wrestling happen right there in front of you. Yeah, I would definitely give you my username and password to New Japan World because my son made me buy it, and now we have it. So. He loves it. He's like, listen, I'm a bigger fan of New Japan than I am WWE. And my wife this morning was like, you know what I just noticed about your wardrobe? I was like, what's that? She goes, it's all Atlanta sports, Falcons, Hawks, Braves, right? And New Japan merch. I was like, yeah, there's a reason. Okay? Stampede, what do you think of all of this? What do you think these guys are saying?
I've said this for a while now. And with AEW, the impression that I get with them is it's the what do you bring to the table, right? Show us what you got, right?
Yep.
And you fight to get to those top spots, right? And that's how it's done. In WWE, it's a bit different. Here's what we're bringing to your table. Do this.
Yep.
So it's a different dynamic, in how things are kind of constructed there. But there has been a shift, and it's quite noticeable. Like Kevin Knight, right?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not, I'm not going to NXT. I've already been in the New Japan dojo. I'm good, right? Signed a 1 year deal with AEW and then just re-upped for a longer term, right?
Yeah.
David Finlay, Gabe Kidd, Tekla,
Chris
you know,
Connors.
Clark Connors.
Clark Connors, my bad.
The list is getting longer. Jay White, Kazuchika Okada, Will Ospreay. No, I'm good, right? The lure of those three letters used to be it. Right?
Yeah.
In order to really make it, especially in North America, you had to have worked for those three letters at one point in time. That's not the case now.
No. There's MCW, Maryland Championship Wrestling, is the indie scene out here in I guess we're the Mid Atlantic area, the Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia area. I'm in the Pennsylvania area, but that's the Mid Atlantic area. I'm only like 2 hours away from where they're at. They promote a lot of ex WWE guys, but they have a few ex AEW guys that were there, for a short time, and they're doing signings and stuff like that, which is really cool. But no, and I agree with what you say.
There's another part to it too.
Go ahead.
People that have left WWE, because Ricochet touched on this, right? My legacy. Had he stayed there, his legacy for a lot of people that had never seen him prior to WWE would have been what WWE showed him to be.
Yep.
Now he left. Now his legacy will be different because of it, right? And it will be remembered a lot more fondly.
Yeah.
Had Tony Storm stayed, like the last image of her is having a pie in her face from Charlotte. That would have been her legacy. Her legacy now, an all-time great.
Yes.
Wrestlers notice this, not to mention they'll make more money.
Well, we talked about it yesterday on Point Taken. Go back over there, folks. 3 p.m. on Saturdays. You'll see it every time right here on Twitch. This man right here, Stampede, is our reigning champion, 3-time champion.
Right.
He's tied with the final boss. It's going to be a good one next week. But we talked about it yesterday with Bayley. How she says she wants to dip her toes in AAA and TNA. Now, there was a part of that segment, though, that she did say she feels jealous when she watches what Mercedes and Naomi did outside of WWE. And she wonders what she could still do in that type of scenario. She did also say she wanted to go wrestle in the Tokyo Dome one day, and I do believe that's true. Bayley may be on her way out one day to go to wrestle at the Tokyo Dome. Who doesn't want to wrestle there, though? You see how many people fit in there.
She will have a very big decision to make.
2 years.
In about 8 months.
Oh, it's 8 months? I thought it was 2 years.
No, her contract is up at the end of this year.
Nice.
What she does, I don't know.
I hope she leaves. I love Bayley. I love Bayley in WWE. Big Mike, you know this. And we got 20 seconds left. Do you think Bayley could leave WWE after the end of this year?
I think she could. I think Bayley's one of those talents that can go wherever she wants to go. She's that good. She's a legend. If she wants to stay, she can. If she wants to go, she can. Whatever makes her happy, whatever she wants to do, I hope she gets to.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about having all the companies that we have now, is they have that choice.
Yeah, and that's 100% true.
I don't get women's promotion, and I watch a lot of them, that Bayley could not wrestle in.
Oh, God, you're right. You're right about that.
Blend right in.
All right, so we're going to put 5 minutes on the clock on this and listen to this, what Uncle Dave has to say.
When I look at the momentum of the two companies, I feel that AEW is the one that's on the rise, and WWE is the one that's on the decline, very, very slowly. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's
All right, we touched on it a little bit more, and we're gonna touch on it a little bit more now. The gap is closing, and look, he even says it right here, as you guys can see. Mania ticket sales are down. Revolution went up. All right, when ticket sales are down 19%, and you're going around telling people, and we're gonna talk about this later as well, to stop. You can't have parties because we are not selling tickets. Your parties are better than our ticket selling. You know, you're going to lose more. All right. You can't. I was talking to Mob, and then I'm going to use one of Mob's saying, and Mob, I hope everything's going well with you again. But Mob said, how are you going to go up to B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings, and tell them, who's a sports bar, not to show WrestleMania Night 1 when they're going to make a shit ton of money? You know, Big Mike, me and you, we talked about this before. WWE, is Dave right about WWE right now? Is that gap really closing like everybody says, or are these numbers lying to us?
Look, and again, we know each other very well, and you know that it pains me to give Dave Meltzer any credit whatsoever. And it may be just the case of the blind squirrel finding a nut every now and then, but yeah, he's 100% right. I mean, they're closing the gap. But when you're number one and you've got somebody that's been building and building and building, there is nowhere to go but to close the gap.
Yep.
You know, we just talked about AEW being on the rise, that, you know, 2025 was their best year. 2026 is in position to be an even better year than last year. There's nothing you can do but close the gap with that situation. As far as, you know, ticket sales and the other thing you talked about, that's bullshit. 100%. You shouldn't be able to go tell these providers who pay to watch your show. It'd be different if it was just regular cable. It would still be kind of janky, but it would be a different story if they weren't paying to watch your show and you're going to black it out in the area. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
That's when you know you've gotten too big for yourself.
Well, that's what they did in Chicago, remember? The Elimination
I
Chamber.
do.
They blacked it out. But we're going to talk about that later with the blackouts here later on. But I'm going to ask, you know, Mr. Stampede over here, who grew up in the Territory era, who grew up in the WWF era, the WWE, WCW, you know, era. Is there ever going to be a time, will we ever see a time, like 83 weeks, not even, you know what I'm saying, that WCW happens again where AEW is on top of WWE as number one?
It's a different world now as far as that goes. Those numbers back in the day, they all came from Nielsen and they were easily accessible. Like, we get the Nielsen numbers for Dynamite and Collision. We don't know what the max numbers are.
Yep.
Like the streaming numbers. So based on what the Nielsen numbers are, you can make a pretty educated guess that they're up over 1 million.
Oh, yeah.
Like, easy.
Because I watch on HBO. I watch on HBO, so yeah.
So there's one. But it's like the reverse effect of what the territories were when WWF at the time, you know, was slowly picking them away. And some of the territories did it to themselves. It wasn't all WWF that did this, but this is like the opposite. You know, WWE is still a thing and they're still number one, but these places are popping up and they're growing now and they're thriving.
Yep.
All around. You know, AEW is kind of the kingpin of that. You know, this is what kind of kicked that ball going. But they're right. You know, and with WWE, you know, the harder you squeeze, you know, the more things are going to slip through your hands, right?
Yeah.
You know, with these, you know, watch parties, right? Oh, it's like, oh, I can't watch it here. Well, maybe I'll watch something else.
Well,
what is that something else in North America? I've seen it happen, and I've seen people go and watch AEW and not come back.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, no, you're right. People did that with WCW until Mick Foley won. You know, that's when everything kind of turned. You know, like that kind of turned the page.
Bonehead decisions I've
Dumb. That was the dumbest decision ever. That was stupid. You know.
I've said it on our show plenty of times. That's the moment I switched.
That's what I'm saying.
I watched,
that's when
I
I
watched
went
a
back.
little bit of both. That's the moment I switched.
That's when I
if
went
you
back.
like Cactus Jack and you want to see him win a title, please go switch the channel. And they did.
Exactly.
Yeah, they did. They switched real fast. That was the funny part. Listen, David Finley has some shit to say about his family.
I've never made a dime with my brother. I've never made a dime with my dad, and I've almost paid off a house with these guys. So for me, that was an easy business choice.
Listen, this right here is getting 3 minutes on the clock because this is like short, sweet, to the point. Did David Finley make the right decision? Stampede, you're going second. Big Mike, I'm going to start with you.
Yes, David Finley made the right decision. It's what he's used to. It's what he's good at. He's been over at New Japan, kicking the shit out of people. They were going to change him completely. The rumors were he was going to be part of Birthright and probably have to change his name, which I'm not sure why you're trying to be a part of Birthright if you have to change your name. That kind of doesn't make sense. That's a whole different story. But yeah, 100%, he's going to get to wrestle the type of matches that he has been wrestling, that he enjoys wrestling, that he likes. And again, we talked about it earlier. He's still going to get paid. It's not like he's going to have to take a huge pay cut like people used to have to do in the past to go to AEW. The compensation is there. So why would he get watered down and be a shell of himself in WWE just to make the same amount, if not less money, than he can go to AEW, make more, and still do all the stuff he's been loved to do?
This guy right here, I've been waiting for him, ever since I was told to pick him for this. This is him all day. Great move, terrible move, or this saved his fucking career. Go ahead, Stampede.
Oh, was this the right move? Fuck yes, man. Like he would have been mired in the lower mid card of WWE's developmental, no less, in the Birthright faction, that nobody in it has the last name of their actual birthright.
And Stacks, like what the hell is Stacks doing in this damn faction?
Like people put this together with that template for it and thought it was a good idea. It's not, right? And David's right. David went out on his own and he made his own name and he made his own character and he created his own legacy separate from Fit. Right? He never lived off those coattails. He went and did it himself.
He did.
Signing with AEW allows him to keep all of that hard work that he's done over the last 10 years.
No, and I agree with that. I agree with that 100% because, look, I watched him. When I watched him at New Beginnings, I looked at my wife and I was like, yeah, he may be wrestling a WWE guy, but I believe this is a swerve. All right? Because she was like, she goes, that guy was in WWE, wasn't he? I was like, yes, he was. But usually.
And now he can wrestle swerve. I like the way you did that.
Exactly. Right. It was a swerve, though, if you look at it. Because, Fred Rosser, WWE guy, he picked Fred fucking Rosser as his final opponent in New Japan. He could have picked anyone on the roster. He picks a WWE guy. Think about that for a second.
And that segment that he did with Gabe and Clark.
Yep.
You don't get that if he signed
with WWE.
I don't know what you would have got, but it sure as hell wouldn't have been that.
It wouldn't have been that, but you get what he's about to say right here.
Yeah. Nutsack would not have been appearing on that program. I guarantee you.
No, not at all.
New Japan. As soon as I had that Kenny match, they should have given me a New Japan title shot. Are you stupid?
Yeah, and he said, are you stupid? Because after that, he said, New Japan. I couldn't put it on Twitch. I found the graphic that Fightful did. But listen, this is a work. Is this a work, or is this him being real pissed off about? Is he actually mad? Let's talk. I'm gonna go with Stampede first, and we're gonna do 3 minutes on this one because it's a short one. So go ahead.
Gabe is right. After the
right.
Kenny match, he should have got pushed a little more than he was because New Japan moves at a fucking tortoise pace, like with everything. Right, you're in the New Japan now. You know this.
Oh no, I know. I see it. I'm like, good God, man! You can push the damn thing a little bit more.
Yeah, it's like nothing happening too quick. Perfect, excellent, right? Gabe also got hurt in the G1.
Yep.
So that didn't help whatever it was they were going to do to him. This was, I don't know if he's on a dual contract or what his deal is. I haven't heard yet.
He hasn't been taken off the roster, or the website roster. He hasn't.
This has work written all over it. This is March. We know that Forbidden Door is coming up.
Yeah.
So, this is, stay tuned on this because another man that likes to fucking slow burn everything, he now works for, I think his name is Tony Elite for Tony Khan.
Tony Khan.
Wonderful.
He
Right.
say, what do you think, Big Mike? What do you think about this? Do you think this is good? This is setting something up for between New Japan and AEW.
I mean, it's that time of year again. You've got to have some storylines to cross between. You can't just have all AEW versus AEW or New Japan versus New Japan. You got to have some crossover. And I'm not as in New Japan as you guys are, so obviously I don't know the details of everything. I like seeing Gabe Kidd on my TV every Wednesday night, so I think that was a good decision because I know I wouldn't get to watch him as much if he was in New Japan. I especially liked him last week, with the dogs, because it was like a whole new character for him too. It was a whole different side of him. It was really cool.
Yeah, he is a machine with his boys in the ring. All right, he even said in this interview, he said, he rides and dies with Death Riders because that's what you have to do. There's no fucking BS in that, you ride and die. You either you come in, but you die, you leave in a body bag type of deal. But he's like, these two guys right here, Connors and Finley, I'll take a bullet for them any day of the week, and I believe it.
Look, they were all part of the Bullet Club, and you guys just talked about how the last time that Finley was a part of the Bullet Club, he stole it away from somebody else. I would 100% think they could do the same thing to the Death Riders if they wanted.
God, yeah. Finley taking over the Death Riders sets up a beautiful angle right there. Beautiful angle. Hey,
There's
Twitch, clip that.
Yeah, like there's so many moving parts with this that all interconnect, right? Didn't even mention Jay White and his gang, the Bang Bang Gang.
Not yet, man.
Like that all comes in, the Death Riders with the Don Callis family, like Jay got, David got history with people there.
But the thing is we can keep going on with this. We got 5 seconds, so I'm going to go over a little bit. But look, think about it in this perspective. I'm going to go over a little bit. I'm sorry about that, folks, and you guys as well. I'm sorry. But, here's the deal with this. You could easily, you got Unbound Co. They could come over at Forbidden Door. You got, what is, did I already say it? Yoda Ushi. That's Unbound, right? Yeah, okay, you got Unbound, you got United Empire, you got TM, you got Zack Sabre Jr.'s group. TMDK, there you go. You got them. You got a lot of groups over in New Japan that would very much so like to mix it up with some of these guys over here in AEW. And they've all been on record with that, especially Yoda Ice and Oscar. They've already said they want a piece of FTR, and I would love to see that match.
And when Will Ospreay was over there at Wrestle Kingdom, right, he made it a point to take notice of Callum Newman.
Oh yeah,
United Empire.
Yeah, he's part of the United Empire. Yep.
Right. So they planted a little seed for something going on.
Right there. Yeah, it was beautiful stuff, man. But hey, Big Mike, I know you didn't hear this yesterday. I know Stampede did.
Right now, it's bigger than it's ever been. I think it's bigger than the Attitude Era was even then.
All right, so we're going to get 3 minutes on the clock, on this one. This one's going to be quick, short, and we're going to start with you, Big Mike. Do you agree with Triple H? Is this era, the era 55,827 apostrophe C that we're in, better than the Attitude Era?
See, so here's the thing. I didn't hear him say better. I heard him say bigger.
Bigger.
And I agree with that. It is 100% bigger than the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
The popularity is through the roof throughout the world. You've got the views, everything else. I know we just talked about some of the ticket sales being down, but there's some other reasons for that as well.
I mean,
but
it's $9,000.
Bigger doesn't always mean better.
That's true.
I've fought and argued a long time that what we had up until a couple of years ago maybe was really good. It's taken a turn.
It has.
And whether I think this is better than the Attitude Era now, in some ways, yes. Not really, but it's definitely bigger. So on that point specifically, yes, he is 100% correct. It is definitely bigger than the Attitude Era.
You're right about that. You are 100% right about that. It is bigger than the Attitude Era because the money. Look at the money. He can't lie about that. The money is through the damn roof. Plus, they sold for how much? Like $4 billion, $5 billion at the time to Vinnie Mac. So Stampede. You said some stuff yesterday on Point Taken, and you pretty much won the damn thing. Took home the gold. You made the DDDs unproud, okay, that day. What do you think? What do you think? Is this bigger than what they or better? Do you do you agree with Triple H?
The picture on my screen is what it looks like when someone believes their own shit.
So LA Knight?
No, like, it's bigger than the Attitude Era. No one's ever seen an era this big. Many people have said, said so. Many big people. Like, that's exactly what it sounds like. Right?
It sounds like Becky Lynch. You mean?
Well,
Where she's like,
Becky
I'm not
sounds like somebody else too. Who Becky Lynch gets that from.
Sounds
I know
like
where he's going with
Becky,
it.
who's Becky ripping the character off of.
Yeah,
But,
I know. I'm just saying.
like, he's just pushing a narrative. He's been doing this since he got the job. He did it with, oh, they don't have any sources. It's like, okay, let's discredit the news sources. Right? It's just a common thing with this fucking group.
Yeah.
Right? And Mike's right. Bigger does not equal better because people are noticing.
Well, yeah.
Unless you're talking about Big Mike, and then yes, bigger is better.
Or Biggie Smalls. What's up? But no, I agree with you guys. Now, I agree with the fact that it is bigger, money wise, people watching, stuff like that. But better, I think the Attitude Era hands down is better. All right, so the next one, and this is a question for both of y'all. I'm going back to 3 minutes on this one because this one's short, sweet, to the point. Do you think these guys are playing their roles perfectly? The Wrestle Feature guys were like, these two play the roles perfectly since debuting in WWE. The modern day presentation of authority figures in WWE has been spot on. What do you think, Big Mike, before I even say anything?
Perfectly, I don't know. I mean, perfect's a hard one. I enjoy them. I have enjoyed both Aldis and Pierce in their roles. There are some times that they probably are the best part of the show that they're on, which says a lot more about the wrestling than it does about them.
The booking,
unfortunately.
Yep.
But I think they are both great at their roles. They're both great characters, and they play them very well.
Yeah, I feel that. What about you, Stampede?
So this is kind of a skill set that I've developed over the last little while. I can appreciate how well something is being done.
Yep.
Even if it's not directed at me or if it's something that I have a lot of interest in. This situation qualifies in that. Because Pierce, for the role that he's designed to play, he does it extremely well. And on Smack for Aldis, he does the exact same thing, just in a very different type of dynamic.
I was gonna say you got a redneck and a British man, all right?
Yeah,
that's what you look at.
They play off each other. Like it's not the exact same role.
It's not
the exact same. So I like the way they do it, and it's suited for the promotion that it's in. Like I don't want to see it in any other promotions that I watch because I have no interest in GM.
Yeah,
but they're doing a really, really good job with what they're tasked to do. They're nailing what they're supposed to be doing.
So I'll be honest with you guys. I like Nick Aldis. All right, Adam Pearce. He just needs to dial back a little bit, or he's gonna have a heart attack on live TV, man. That dude seems like he's gonna bust a vein out of his head. We talk about bald. You see that shit pumping out like he is super.
Which means he's playing his character perfectly.
Oh, I understand. I understand that. But all the damn heat he gives Dom and everything just makes me not like the man. All right? But Nick Aldis, all right, I like Nick. Nick playing that perfectly as the British GM. Like he's playing that James Bond role.
And, he's more dignified and more calm. And so he plays out that part of it, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Why they work well off each other because they're like polar opposites.
Exactly, and I love it. I love what they're doing. And the best thing that I can say about Pierce is that he does not give a fuck. All right, especially on social media. He just doesn't care. All right, guys, this is where we usually have 5 minutes, but we got two other people, so we're gonna do 7 minutes on the clock, and we're gonna start it right meow. We're gonna start with the first slide, and the first slide is starting with Big Mike down there. We already talked about it earlier. WWE was told by Las Vegas people to stop it. You will not take money away from us. All right? You will not do it. You think Las Vegas just had to go mama on WWE?
Damn right. And every city that has a PLE should do the same thing. They should start putting it in the contract for WWE that you cannot black out local markets. They are my patrons, my businesses are paying for this service. You should not be able to take it away from them. That way it helps out the entire city. That's all it's going to do is hurt the city of Las Vegas.
Exactly. Hey, Stampede, AJ Francis is signed for the rest of 2026 in TNA. This right here, for me, I think is a boost for TNA. Do you think this is a stepping stone for him to go back to WWE or launch his ass into AEW?
It won't be an AEW.
Why not?
That's not. He just doesn't fit there.
I don't know, man.
I think he stays in TNA because he's a bigger fish in a smaller pond